So that's the kind of water, ladies, we're going to be targeting today. So, you understand the game plan. It's a very simple game plan. And you look in the water, you see them, you see where they're located, which is glued to the bottom. So we need to use a rig that can accomplish. So these are still those 10-foot rods. What's new this year for you are the reels. With these rigs, if you can avoid going longer than a foot past the length of your rod, I recommend that. Because it just becomes too difficult, right? Like playing fish. Yeah, so let's say you showed up today and you were adamant we're gonna fish your 8-foot rod, then I'm probably gonna just set up a 9-foot rig. Yeah. Today I get to set up an 11-foot rig because we're working with 10-foot rods. Is that helpful? Mm-hmm.
What knot are you using on this tag?
I use Davies.
Davies, see, you didn't...
D-A-V-Y, not D-A-V-E-Y.
Yeah.
They're small profile, easy, and strong. Because you saw the split shot is on the bottom. That will allow the weight to drop down, tick along the bottom, and try to prevent you from snagging. You know, on your traditional inline rigs, generally that bottom hook will snag sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
We can still snag today. We can still find rocks with that slinky, but generally speaking,
so the weights go down and the fly
it'll be up above them. You can have up to 3 flies on this river. We'll be fishing with 2. Tried separate. It's on the thinnest material. These are just slinkies I make up, so that when you do, if and when you do snag, hopefully this breaks.
Okay.
And we save the rest of the rig.
So you got this line, the whole line? No, this is last part.
Last part.
Okay. What weight is this?
8 pound.
Oh yeah. It's
or
the same.
3X.
It's just, okay.
Yes, so the whole main line is 3X or 8 pound.
So
perfect. Okay, so let me kind of demonstrate this for you both. Just a refresher for you. And Kris, this should be totally new to you. Okay, so my least favorite subject, since we're talking about academics, is physics. And this rig really abides by the rules of physics. Okay? So as you're fishing, this rig, and think about when you're naturally nymphing from shore. You always cast the nymph rig ahead of where you want to fish.
Yeah.
So that by the time you get to the spot you want to fish, your nymphs are down. Yeah. That is true here too. So right now we're in a back eddy, so notice my current's going upstream. Yeah. So I would want to cast it above, so then we're ready to fish here. Okay? So that's true even with what Mike's doing over there. You never cast this rig. Let me demonstrate what not to do. You never cast it ahead of the boat. When you cast it ahead of the boat, the weights, and it's doing it beautifully right now, the weights land ahead of the balloon, and the current prevents the weights from dropping. Even all that weight, look, the weight still hasn't dropped. See how that red line is high? Instead, you always cast this rig behind you or slightly upstream. Now watch. Well, I won't even mend it. Well, if I don't mend it, it'll swing out. But now look at that red line. Can you both see the red line?
Pointing down.
It's down. So now we know it's trying to get down, but look what your fly the line is doing. Now we got this big belly in the fly line.
Yeah.
So M-E-N-D, because sometimes I pronounce things funky. So with the mend, ladies, what we're looking to achieve is a circle with the rod tip. So we're gonna lift the rod tip off the water. Anytime you mend against current, or you'll hear me say mend it upstream, you're dropping your flies. Always. That's true always. Doesn't care what kind of nymph rig you have. Does that make sense? And you'll see that. See how the red line dropped?
Yeah.
Okay. Anytime, up above my head, pause, back across. Anytime I mend it with the current or downstream, now look at the red line. I'm lifting the flies. You see that? Watch me drop them.
You mean lifting in the column of the water?
Yes. You got it. You want that rod tip even higher. That's what we're going for the whole time you're playing. Right index finger instead of your left hand. And this is going to be great pointers to get you dialed in for the monsters later on. Right, Julie?
Yes.
You're fishing, Julie. Just keep that rod tip high and try to get that in your right index finger to line. And yeah, there we go. There we go. Now, it's up to you both, ladies, whether or not you want them on the reel or if you want to hand line them. That's up to you, whatever. See the brownie on the bottom? He's going to that rock. Maybe we can angle that rod tip a little right just to keep him off the rock. There we go. As best we can. Because that rainbow's playing too. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Just face your fish, Kris. Just face your fish. There we go. There we go. Looking good. Is he going to that rock next?
Yeah.
Excellent. There he is. Hi, friend. Look how pretty that fish is. So now we're getting both to surface, which is great. You're doing great. That's all you can do, Kris.